Hello, I'm going to try this one more time. This is my first go at making a live tutorial, and I've had a couple of requests on how I make the fabric for these bags. There are a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to make a small bag or any bag, how to put zips in, how to line a bag. They are there, so I'm not going to do that kind of a tutorial. You can make any style of bag you like. All I'm going to show you is how I make the fabric so that you've got it to use for your bags. Now, these are a couple of bags that I've made. Mother's Day was recently, and my son gave me a box of Lindt chocolates. So I thought I'd have a go. I mean, I'd always collected wrappers and wanted something to do with them. And then a friend of mine, she makes similar like eyeglasses cases. And I thought, well, I'll give it a shot. And this is what I've worked out from what I saw of hers and, things that I've learned. Nowadays, chocolate wrappers, they used to be a metal foil. They're now a plastic foil, which actually makes life a little bit easier for us because the metal foil is very thin and it tears so easily. So, what first of all you need is some chocolate wrappers. Now, I had some lovely friends that gave me these chocolates, and then they also helped me eat them. But they very carefully took the wrappers off without tearing them. While this is plastic foil, a little tear goes a long way. And I might just show you that because that was all the different flavours that were in here. They're very nice. This is a Cadbury's Roses one. So, I have already made one side of the bag, just so you can see what we're aiming for. It's getting a bit of shine from the light above, but you can see that. All right. So you will need your wrappers. You will also need some zips. Now, these are just normal dress zips from the local Spotlight. Any fabric store should have them. I generally make my bags by the size of zips that the wrappers fit. Now, because I've already made one side of the bag, I know what size zip I'm using. We'll take away the ones we don't have. So that's the size I've made. And how I worked it out was how many folded up wrappers fit across it neatly. Because what you need it the size of the zip, because you're going to lose a seam allowance at each end, which then it will match up. All right, so we take that away. Other things you'll need sticky tape. The clear sticky tape. This is just normal, I think it's Scotch brand sticky tape. Any sticky tape. It doesn't really matter. You will also need contact. Now, this is contact in Australia. I don't really know what you call it in another country, but it's the stuff you use to wrap children's school books with. It's a clear, thin plastic film with sticky on it and paper on the other side, and it comes with lines on it which helps you cut it out neatly. The other thing you will need is this stuff, which is called Viscoflex or Vilene. What it is, it's double-sided interfacing. You've got paper on one side and you've got like a rough glue on the other. I don't know if you can see that. I don't think you can. This side is the paper side, that side is the glue side, and it's heat activated. So what happens, you cut your piece out, lay it down on your fabric, iron it on the paper side, and the glue transfers to your fabric. Take away the paper and then put your wadding on the other side, turn it over, always iron on the material side, and it will stick your wadding to your fabric. Other thing you'll need is, of course, your lining fabric. I've just got this purple, and it's just quilter's cotton. Any kind of thin-ish cotton will do. You can use a poly cotton, but you don't want a lot of stretch in it. If you're making a bag like this, you don't want a lot of give because it will distort. So this is, and I've got it this colour because with Cadbury chocolate, their trademark colours is this nice purple, and it's a gold, but they didn't have any gold zippers at the store, so that's the one I'm using. And the last thing you will need is some kind of lining, not lining, wadding. And I like to use felt. You can use cotton wadding. I think there's a small piece here somewhere. No, it's run off. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So you can use cotton wadding if you like, if that's what you... Where's the focus gone? So that's cotton wadding. That's fine to use. I use a thin wadding on bags. It's just a little bit of cushioning against the fabric. This is an acrylic felt. You can use a wool felt, your choice, it doesn't matter. Just something thin that's fairly firm. All right, so how do we start? Well, first thing we need to do is we did need to figure out our pattern, but because I've already done this one, as I was making it, I put aside everything I used into a pile so that I can make a second one the same size. So we'll put this up the top here where you can't see it, but I can, so that we know what we're doing. So those two are started. So I'll pull out all the brown ones because I found out making the first one that the wrappers aren't all the same size. So for our other piece, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 chocolate ones. Chocolate coloured chocolate. Yeah. So I'm going to cut the sticky tapes ready. Now I just cut them in small pieces. Put them on the back of my hand. They're nearby. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Yes, I know it's going to put a bit of skin oil on it, but it really won't matter. Right, so I'll put the extra ones just here on the camera stand. Right, so we're ready to get started. So on the wrappers, there's a blue line and then there's the writing down here. The thing that we want to use is the middle because they're chocolate wrappers. So you want to see that they're chocolate wrappers. So first thing I fold up is the blue and use another one as a guide. You're going to get your edges right. It's not going in straight. That's better. And then hold the top down so it matches. And there we go. And a bit of sticky tape on the back. Alright, use the edge of your scissors just to rub down the edges of the sticky tape so you know it's secured. Oh, upside down. So we've got 3, we needed 4, so we need to do one more. That's right, yes, 4. Yep, get the blue first because the blue is the one we definitely want to cover up. So if you line it up like this and make sure that the blue doesn't go any higher than the other side, you'll get your words as close to the middle as you can, which is making all the pieces look the same. There we go. Sticky tape right there, just like that. There we go. Right, so that's our 4 chocolate coloured ones that we needed. Right, so we've got 2 spares. We've got them up here just in case something happens. Next thing you want is 4 pink ones. Now, the pink wrapper is bigger. You see that? So what we need to do, we need to get one of these. And that, right, there we go. That one seems to be offset. Oh, can't do anything about that. Well, we could wrap another one. Maybe we do another one. That one seems wrong. Get the blue first. Maybe I won't go so far up. Go there. There. That one better? A bit better. Alright, put that one up there. I could still use the other one because it's the right size. I just want to make it so. I'm just going to put them up there so we know we've done those. Now we need one of those right here that's reasonable. And we want to make this right. So there's the top. So you see that? That is the top line. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to fold the excess inside. Because you really want all your pieces about the same. And the cat's awake. She's deaf. There's no point answering her. Alright, there we go. Yes, she will make noises because she can't see me. She does know she can just walk down the hall, but can't do that. Alright, so that is about the same size. The end looks wider, which means that it's not straight. So I just fix that like so. That's better. Right. Same size. Right. That's ready to go. So we'll put the pink ones there. And we need 4 of those. So we'll just quickly do those. I might put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Now, where's that? I've noticed that the top line can be that one. That is bigger. Let's just make sure that we can see. Yes, it is right. So then we fold that bit down to there. And then fold that like that. To get it the same size. A bit more. I knew the camera pole was good for something. Put all my sticky tape on. Right. Same size? Yes. That's 2. That one. Make sure this is all straight. Yep. Match that up. Can go over here. I don't know why I'm leaning all the way over there, but anyway. Fold that over and then again to match up the edge. And that one. There we go. So that's that one, same size, yes. Last one. So the first one is good above there. And then this one folds to there. Try not to get it overlapping. I don't want it too thick. And then get this one. That one there. Rub it with the scissors. The scissors are just getting the air out, making sure it's all sticking well. Right, so that is 4 of those. Put that up there. So the last one to do was this, I'm going to say blue, it might be an aqua. So we needed 4 of those. We've only got 3 out. We need to get another one. One short. Okay, another one. Now, these are a different size again. So we need to get one as a guide. We'll go with the chocolate one because that was our original. So if we lay that about there. All right, that line there is a good place to start. Might as well take advantage of the creases that will do the job. And then that one holds to there. Right. That's one. Rub it. You can use your thumbnail for this, but I like the scissors. And you see how it makes it so it's, you can see it if you get really close to it, but this is going to be the back anyway, so put that up there and do the rest. Alright, that one's got a cut in it. I will use ones with a cut in it if I have to. That one's cut too. That's the wrong colour. Get there in a minute. That one. I'll put the cut one back. So line that up. Yes, that crease is still good. Make sure the edge lines up. And then fold it down. Make sure that's still right. Yep. Of course, I've run out of sticky tape. Get some more sticky tape. Finger, 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 finger. 1, 2, 3. If I would get away, you love me, to me. That one and that. Right, put this on here. Rub it with the stick scissors. Right. Next one. So we know this top crease is about right. Hold it down. Get one to use as a guide. Hold that down. Oh, not two there. There we go. And then the last one. Then we'll be ready to do the next bit. Fold that over. Make sure it's straight as I can make it. Now don't use the edge of the guide as a straightness. Use your eyes. Because I found out the edges aren't straight. Even if it's cut on the machine, they're not straight. There we go, like that. That's a little piece of sticky tape. Alright, all done. We've got 2 pieces of sticky tape. We're going to need more than that. But anyway, so we've got all our pieces ready. So what I thought I'd do is I was going to reverse it so that when you're looking at it from the top, the blue won't be here, the blue will be over here. So what I thought I would do is if I go like that, I can copy it. Put it up the top, up here where you can't see it, but I'll be able to see it to copy it. Right, so making sure my words are, well, I don't want to copy it. We want to reverse it. So we lay them out. Pink will always be in the middle. Put the words up the right way. Bring it down a bit so you can see it. That one's really small. That one needs to be a bit bigger. Oh, I see what it is. It's an angle. All right. Let's just fix this one up. Don't want it too small. It's not going to work. Got to watch that. Like I said, they're not square, so it will throw you off. There we go. Right, so pink. That one's going to be a pain in the bum. And then we want blue. Right, that's our first row. Just see that? Yep. See that middle one? That is so not square. So the next row needs to have the pink. It's going that way, so the pink needs to go this way. Yep. And then blue in the middle. And then a brown. And then the blue goes here. Put it the right way might help. Yep. Then the brown. Then the pink. And then the brown goes here. Then the pink and the blue. Right, so that is our pattern. So if you see this one, it's the opposite. Right. So now, next thing you want to do is you want to sticky tape them together with as little sticky tape as possible. And you want the inside corners to match up. Now, I found out when I made the first one that these blue ones are longer, which is not a problem. You just got to make sure the inside ones match up. So you have none of your background showing. Like that. Use your thumb. You see what I mean? They've joined up. Don't worry about this. We'll fix it on the next one. Don't worry about this. That'll fix later on. So, next one. Flatten it down. Bring them close together. Back again. Shade is back. Now, when it matches up, do you see this brown is quite a bit higher? And just lay your other one on top of it. Lay it on top and stick it in place. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's all right. Like I said, I'm not master and Mr. Accurate. It's good. Okay, so that's our first two rows all stuck together. I'm going to need more sticky tape. One, two, three, four. And that. And that one. Right, next row. So put this in here. And that one there. And then the next one. Making things line up. Now lose it. There we go. And just keep using the back of the scissors just to make sure the sticky tape is sticking. Next one. This is your last row. Match everything up. Fold over what you need to fold over to make it work. There we go. Like that. And the last one. Right. You might have to move the pink back a little tiny bit. Lift that off. Right there. That's as far back as I can move it. Flatten that down. Alright. Put that in there. Nope. Move my hand apart. There we go. Alright. So there we go. All our pieces are stuck together. And there's the cat again. A little bit up there that's not stuck. Okay, so that's all done. Don't worry about these edges. They'll be fixed in the next step. So take the last bit of sticky tape off me. Move this away. Now we need the contact. So roll it out. Now, does that fit in there? Ooh. Just. I usually prefer a bit more meat to it. I might not do it there. I want a bit more meat than that because I need to use it to hold the ends in. So I might come over here where there's a bit more meat. So there we go. I want at least, so this is 1 square, 1 square. So it's that line there, cut that. Hopefully your contact, wherever you are, has lines on it too. If not, I apologise. You'll have to try and maybe use a ruler. It'll be a bit difficult because it likes to roll up on you. As you can see. Okay, so that's our piece of contact. Drop that on the floor. Now it's going to keep rolling up and rolling up and rolling up. That's fine. We will just roll it the other way because what it is, it's not the plastic that's got a memory. It's the paper backing. So if we roll it with the paper backing on the outside, because it comes with it the other way, of course, and just go like that a little bit. Now you're not tight. You see, fairly loose, but it now lays reasonably flat. Okay. Next step. You don't want to just drop it on it because if you've ever unwrapped kids' school box, it puts lots of air bubbles in it. You want to pinch over a corner and separate the paper to around half the size, like that. And I like to just go like this so it's not going to bump up. Then we get our wrappers. Let's just make sure that's where you can see it. Move that across a little bit more. And I like to keep them up the right way. Find the middle and just drop it down gently. Push down the middle, down the outside, trying to make sure that these edges are all adhered down. Put your hand in the middle and pull the rest of the paper out slowly. Now, you've got a gap up there. Just gently do that. So that one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. Alright, we got a little gap there. What we might have to do, lift this one up. Hold it. Put it down as flat as I possibly can. Right, so we still have a gap there. I can't really do anything about that without taking the whole thing apart again. And I don't want to do that. So now we turn the whole lot over. Just go like this. Then use the scissors again to rub down. Now I'm going to go this way in the hopes and push it all across a bit. That's that angled one that was causing trouble before. The good thing though is when you sew it, a lot of that will vanish because that's at the top where the seam allowance will be. That bubble noise. Get the bubble to the edge. Push it with the scissors. You will have crinkles. It's not the end of the world. I think maybe, possibly, if you somehow heat it up, you might get rid of them. I wouldn't suggest to use a pin because you want to keep the contact as nice as you can. Now that was where that was, wasn't it? Down there. All right, so that's attached to the contact. It looks like this over there. Get rid of that. So now we go around the edges and cut them. I think it's a 45 degree, I'm guessing, but whatever degree it is, you cut them as if you're going to wrap them like a book. This one, cutting it on an angle. And this one. And that one. Okay. So now we go around and gently fold until you touch the wrapper underneath. And then working out from the middle, lay down your edges. So that's now given us, there's a fold there. I think that matter. That's given us a flat top edge. See? A nice flat edge. You can see a little bit of clearness here. That will be lost in the seam allowance, so that's all right. Next is this edge. I usually go around, was it clockwise? I think it's clockwise. I go around in order so that I end up back where I started and don't miss any. I think you'd find out pretty quickly if you missed some, but anyway, that's the way I do it. The next one, make sure that you push all your wrappers down as much as you can, just until you're touching, and like that. Like this. And the last one. Right. So like on this one, you can see that there's some missing here, but that will be your seam allowance, so that won't be a problem. So turn it around up the right way. Size of the scissors just to get you nice and flat. Right. Just do as best you can. You don't want to be here forever doing this, which you can. Now if I hold it up, you can just see the sticky tape. Really got to look for it, which is good. Right, so there's our two pieces, and they are reversed. You see? Why is this not focusing? So that's our two pieces. Oh, it's my glasses, sorry. So next thing you want to do is you want to cut yourself out a piece of, for each piece. So we've got two wrapper pieces. So then you need 2 felt pieces, 2 material pieces, and 2 Viscoflex pieces. And then you move them out the way. Iron your fabric. This has not been ironed yet, obviously. Iron your fabric. While you have your iron, lay your Viscoflex on top. And what will happen, it won't go clear, but it will go less white. And when it's less white than it is, you should be able to peel the paper off and it will leave the glue on the fabric. And then pretend the glue's there. Then you get your wadding or felt, lay that on top, turn it over. Now I have to turn it over because my felt is an acrylic felt and it will melt, the iron will melt it. But if you put the fabric up the top, it won't. And you iron that, and then that will make those two stick together and make it easy for you to sew. You then lay that the wrong side down, put that on top, and that is your fabric sandwich to make your bag with. I do it this way because then I need less pins. Every time you put a pin through the plastic, it's another hole, which is another weakness. So when I'm sewing, it tends to work out that I never have the plastic on under the foot. It's usually on the feed dogs. I make the bag basically inside out. And if you've made bags before, you realise it's basically inside out, and then you turn it out and all the hems and edges are on the inside. So that's how I make the fabric for my chocolate wrapper bags. I'll bring them back over so you can see. As you can, if you look in here, there's our fabric, our felt, and then see the very edge of the wrapper. And that's how I make them. And I hope you enjoyed this live stream, and I hope it's clearer for you than it is for me. Bring my hands closer. I'll bring this up so you have a better look. And I will see you on the next one, which might be my apple core bag pattern. And have a good day.